What's up YouTube, Deaddraw here, bringing you another video. Today I'm going to be bringing you a discussion video. Today I want to talk about Shaddolls and the current state of the deck. Currently, I would put Shaddolls in tier 2 or tier 1. The tier list is kind of weird of how we want to look in it, but it's kind of a tier 1, tier 2 deck. If I was going to be quite honest, tier 1 would be Necros and BA. And then tier 2 would be like Shaddolls, Cosmo, a couple other decks. But personally, I believe that Shaddolls, with the performance engine, and this is obviously my opinion, so don't flame me on this, but I feel like it's the best build of Shaddolls we had. And Shaddolls have not really been hit at all. Actually, it just hasn't been hit at all since it's come out in Duelist Alliance. And it's been a really, really good deck. It's been relevant since then. But it's had one win, and then it's not really seen like that many tops. It is one of the most played decks, but it doesn't see that many tops after being one of the most played decks, which is kind of strange. You know what, you would think since it's the most played, it would probably have the most tops, or one of the most played. It's between that and Necros are the most played decks. But anyway, I want to talk about why that is, and especially since now we got this performance engine as such a good engine, why isn't it topping more? That's what we're gonna talk about today. First off, the fact that Necros is a deck makes it a very, very tough matchup for Shaddolls, since Necros has no need to go into an extra deck. We're never going to get that plus off of Shaddolls Fusion that we would get off many other decks, such as Satellar's, BA, and stuff like that. That's just not possible, since they don't need to make it. And same with Cosmo is another deck that doesn't need to do that either, which is a very big problem for that deck as well. Though Cosmo has a little bit of harder time to get over Construct, still this is that's a big problem that we're not even able to get those free pluses. That's one of the big things of why Shaddolls aren't able to top. Plus, stuff like the heavy trap up of Wing Blast and Karma Cut and stuff like that in BA makes it a tougher matchup than it really should be. If there was less of those traps, or that's why we side deck most Shaddolls side deck Dankoseka and stuff like that. It'll be really interesting to see. I mean, it's really interesting to see because we have to side deck those cards like the Royal Decree and stuff like that too, just to win the BA matchup. Because after we get those cards out, the BA matchup becomes fairly easy, since we're able to always get that free plus off Shaddolls Fusion, and just get really lots of pluses like that. But without Royal Decree and stuff like that, it makes it really tough, just with all their traps, what they can do. So, now let's talk about one of the cards that pretty much stopped the domination of Shaddolls, and really one card by itself being too good. It's this card right here, wrong side, right here, Retaliating Sea. This card completely destroyed Shaddolls. Since the Clown Engine came out in Clash Rebellions, this came out with it, and this card is insanely good. The fact that you chain this to Shaddolls Fusion or else Shaddolls Fusion, and all my stuff gets banished, and not even being able to have the El Shaddolls Fusion or Shaddolls Fusion in the graveyard. All my monsters don't get their effects because they're banished instead, and then my Shaddolls Fusion gets banished too, which is devastating for the deck. After, like, when you get Retaliating Seed and you don't have a response, most of the time you are gonna lose that duel because you just minus so much. And then even when you get, if you don't attack over Retaliating Sea, then they're gonna make a rank 4 play and probably cast Tellier Construct, and now you've gone so minus it doesn't matter. I mean, they don't even need to cast Tellier Construct, they just need to get rid of it. 101 would even be good at this point because your Shaddolls Fusion you would have no targets in the graveyard most likely. So you pretty much lose to one card, like legitimately one card. If you don't have an out to it, you lose. Most of the time. If not, then they open really bad, and then you're able to come back and by top decking, but you just minus too much from this card. that's it's simply put that way. And then even if you do attack over it and you have plays, they have a maxi in their hand now that's gonna make you not want to overextend, grab too many pluses and that kind of stuff. You have to kind of play to bait out that maxi, but you don't have the resources to bait it out because you've just minus too much from the from this card. This card single-handedly, in my opinion, pretty much just destroyed Shaddolls and what they could have been this format. Which is, I mean, it's not always bad to get a counter like this, but this card, in my opinion, is just too powerful. The fact that it's a level 4 monster, the fact that it grabs you max C after already minusing your opponent so badly, this card, it was just kind of dumb for Shaddolls. And personally, me as a Shaddolls player, this card single-handedly makes me not want to play Shaddolls. Personally now, I mean, I still go to locals, and I'll top at locals because that's not that hard. But most players are siding this card against me. And so I'm siding 2 debunks and like 2 debunk and 2 mind crush to get this card out of their hand, so it's not coming on the field and not destroying my life. A little bit better of a thing is Norden also came out too, and made this card, made Shaddolls a little bit better as well. So this card, like, maybe you will be able to come back later if you get that Norden off or whatever. But no, this card is honestly too strong, and in my opinion, why Shaddolls aren't that great of a deck anymore, because what can you do when you get seed? You just pretty much lose. And most decks will side deck 3 of these, because they can, simply just because they can. The fact that people are like, well, that even if that hurts you, like, I'm playing Shaddolls and I side deck this card too. So, like, don't get me wrong, I side this for the Mir, for Necros, stuff like that. Anytime they're able to, I'm able to get this off. Like, if they don't attack over it and they're like, well, he's gonna not, he's gonna get his stuff banished too. Most of the time, that's not gonna happen with me, because what I'll do, I will just overlay it with level 4 monster and make it rank 4. Usually if I can get rid of their Castel, if I can Castel there or something, or make Dweller, stuff like that, it's such a big play. So it's either you give me a max C, or I'm gonna make a rank 4 next turn, and you're just gonna end up you're gonna end up losing. That's the big problem with this card. It's a rank 4. Most cards decks are rank 4 decks. Rank 4s are some of the strongest monsters in the game, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, please comment, like, subscribe to this video. It means a lot. Thank you a lot for watching. Let me know what you think of what Shaddolls are gonna do, or what they could be without this card. We'll talk to you later.